I think this is part of what I was trying to assign the week before last when you had that wild goose chase in chapter 8 or whatever it was. Eso, página 147. 147. Okay. So we got a big focus on the imperfect. Remember? Someone remind me, what? When do we use the imperfect? Go ahead and type it. Oh, let's see. Let me put the... I think I'm talking to myself.
No, I typed it. I didn't know you wanted to say it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Typing is fine. No. I just want to see if you guys can hear. Oh, now you can. Okay, so I'm back now. I'm just checking to see if you guys are hearing me, because my computer did this little glitchy thing. Okay, yeah. So now look, it'll. I don't know.
Okay.
Internet is kind of moody with the weather. When the sun's not shining, it kind of gets a little stubborn. So I'm okay now. You guys can hear me. Okay. All right. Because I hate talking to myself. Okay, so I see where you're trying to go with that, Nehemiah. It's the sense of used to, not to use, but used to. We even mispronounced it. I used to. Okay, so it's something you did on a regular basis. Okay, so it's a complete separate conjugation, complete separate, basically tense from preterite. Okay, so let's look at 147. And let's look at ejercicio 4. Ejercicio 4 en página 147. Not to use, but used to. It's not really the conjugation of that verb.
What page?
147.
Okay.
147.
Sorry, one more time. Give me a minute.
147.
Okay.
So now there is a verb that is translatable to used to. There is a verb, and it's the verb soler. But we don't really get into that in this year. But it is the closest translation to used to. Like if I wanted to say, I used to eat shredded wheat every morning. Okay, so I would say solía comer shredded wheat. We're not even gonna try to translate that because it's a name. Cada mañana. Okay, solía. And absolutely, I need my. Let me find some accents. Let's go back to another Hangout and steal our accented vowels here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to steal them. Bring them over here. Okay, so there is a verb, and it's a verb soler, but we're not going to get into it. So if you wanted to literally translate it and have it to have the exact meaning of we used to, then you're going to use the verb soler. But we'll not dwell on that because it's not covered in the book here. They don't feel at this point. So let's look at ejercicio 4. So you guys, if you'll sign in, put your name, and then okay, somos 4. Is Avery with you, Jared? Or are you with us, Jared?
I am. Avery's in St. George.
Oh, lucky her.
Mm-hmm.
Benefits of homeschooling, right? Okay, so we'll just do, okay, Jared, we'll have you, your number 1, Nehemiah, or Nihi, there we go. Rita, 3, and Seed. Seed, okay? So,
I can't hear you. Are you just not talking? I almost thought you cut out there. That's why.
yeah, am I back on now? Yeah, it did. It cut out. It's randomly cutting out. This is, like I said, it's my internet is. I don't know if it's my internet or I don't know if it actually might be Google. So go ahead and do the numbers I've assigned on exercise 4 and 146. What?
On 146, I thought you said 147.
I did say 147. Because there's no exercise number 4 on 146. Oh, that's where my problem is.
These aren't all supposed to be in imperfect, are they?
Yeah, it says complete and imperfect, yeah. And then we're going to go through and talk about it as to why they are. So at this point, you're not having to decide. It's telling you. Jared, are you not able to type on the document? Oh, there you are. I have you down here, Jared. There you go. Okay, so Sid, all of these should be in the imperfect form. Okay, Vita, if you look at number 3, mi familia is, you're talking like, it's basically, it's kind of third person. It's not really a we at that point, yeah. Yeah, singular, usualmente singular. My family is. I generally don't say my family are, say my family is. So pasaba, Vita. There you go. En 7, pasábamos, perfecto. Esquiábamos, perfecto. Ganaba, perfecto. El resto, Vita, es perfecto. El resto es perfecto. Okay, let's look at Nehemiah. Estaba, perfecto. Okay. 6 Nehemiah, careful with your spelling there, is caminar. Okay. And then it's the we. It should be in the we form because it says, por la mañana, mi hermano y yo. It's talking about my brother and I. 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That should be in the nosotros form. 10. Alquilaba, perfecto. 14. Jugábamos, perfecto. You just need your accent. Let's see. There we go. Oh. And then 18. Te quedabas, because it's a reflexive verb. Te quedabas. Okay, perfecto. Muy bien, Jared, let's see. Número 1. Llegaba, because it's one person. We're talking about family. We're actually talking about the summer. Okay. So summer es singular, so it should be quedaba. Llegaba. Sorry, Jared for number 1 and number 5. Tomábamos. Perfecto. Just need an accent on. There we go. Gustaban. Perfecto. Formábamos. Perfecto. And I think I had you on for 17, Jared, as well. Okay, so looking good. Sydney. Nos levantábamos. Just want your accent. No. Nadaba. For 8, muy bien. Llegaban, perfecto. Pasábamos. Accent there. Put your accent in. Levantábamos. Muy bien. Okay, so now let's go back through. Now that you guys have all the answers correct, Jared, let's throw number 17 in there. Okay. Y tú pasabas. Okay, pasabas. Los veranos en la playa. O te quedabas en casa. Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay. So let's go through and just look at it and see why. Okay, obviously they told us to do it that. So that always makes it really, really easy. And that really only gives us practice in conjugation. But let's take each sentence piece by piece and break it down as to why it's imperfect. Okay. Cada año, cuando, okay, llegaba, according to Jared, which is correct, el verano. So cada año, what's cada año? Cada is one of those clue or cue, either way, one of the clue words that, okay, this is imperfect. Why? Every or each, okay? Each year when summer arrived, it has to be imperfect because it was every year. It happens every year. It happened every year, okay? And the thing we're talking about, we're going to do, or what we did, came every year. So though it was once a year, it was a regular reoccurring action. It doesn't have a definitive stopping point or beginning point, right? It just always happened every year. Okay, so every year. Cuando llegó el verano, when the summer arrived, I was contento. Content. I was happy. I was.
Okay, Dorian.
We're on 146. We're reading 147. We're going through the exercise we just did.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Why did we use estaba? Nehemiah, why did you use estaba for number 2? Yo estaba contento. Because it told you to, right? Remember, we're setting up the scene. Every year. That happened every year. Every summer. And summer was a duration of time. For a long time it happened, Every year when summer arrived, I was happy. It's also part of setting up the scene. Remember when you're talking about emotions, temporary conditions, when you're talking about emotions or the scenery, it's always past tense. It's always imperfect. Doesn't matter, so I say it was sunny and it was hot and the clouds ran away, and that's all going to be imperfect because I'm setting the scene. Talking about weather, talking about time, talking about description of the scenery. It's all going to be imperfect. Anytime you're setting the scene, it's imperfect. And emotions, unless it was just like, okay, for a fleeting moment, she was depressed. Okay, she was depressed for 5 seconds when she realized she was supposed to go for a hike and it was thunder and lightning. It was too dangerous to go. Okay, for a second, she didn't dwell on it. Then maybe we could say, estuvo, right? She was. Estuvo deprimido. She was depressed por unos minutos. Okay, but generally emotions, whether negative or positive, good or bad, they're in the past, they're usually imperfect. Okay. And it honestly has nothing to do with the usual or recurring customary kind of action. Okay, moving on to the next one. Mi familia siempre. Okay, another clue word. Siempre. Every, each, always. Remember, siempre, it's a clue word. Okay, oops, this verb's going to be the imperfect because we always do it. If we're in the past tense, right? If I say we always go to the store, obviously it's not going to be imperfect because that's a present tense. Okay. So my family always spent el mes de julio en la playa. Okay, the month of July in the beach. So obviously my understanding, it doesn't say, it doesn't name which years, it doesn't name, but it said every summer. Okay. Every year when the summer arrived, I was happy. My family always spent the month of July on the beach. Okay, always. Clue word. I have to use imperfect, always. Lots of clue words here. So, mi familia siempre pasaba el mes de julio en la playa. Por la mañana, mi hermano y yo, okay, in the morning, or in the mornings, this is describing something they did every day. He's not talking about one morning, he's talking about in the morning. So what did he and his brother do every morning? They got up, se levantaban. Oh, he's talking about us, yeah. So nos levantábamos, we got up every morning. And what did we do? We ate our breakfast. But after eating breakfast, we didn't go to school, right? Obviously, it's el verano. They didn't go to school. They didn't walk to school, I should say. We spent the day on the beach. Pasamos. So that's what we did. They were still talking about what they did every day of July, every summer. So this whole story is imperfect because they're recounting what they did every day. I mean, there might have been some exception. Maybe it was thundering and lightning, or maybe, but for the majority of the time, every morning, that was their ritual. Every morning they ate their breakfast, and then hung out on the beach all day. Looking at the next one. Yo siempre, and number 8 was, sí, yo siempre nadaba en el mar. Again, siempre, your clue word, siempre. Okay, the next one will be Jared. Why did you put Gustava? Because you always like the tall waves. Every day you like the tall waves. Okay, so but if I say yesterday I went to Monterrey, that's not true. It's just a, just an example. Ayer fui a Monterrey. I went to Monterrey. Y me gustaron mucho las olas. Yeah, I could say, use the preterite, right? It was just yesterday, but I could also say, generally when you're liking something in the past, it's going to be imperfect. Me gustaba mucho. But if I say yesterday, I like the waves, I could say, me gustaron las olas ayer. I like the big tall waves. Me gustaron las olas altas ayer. Okay? But every day, excuse me, he sought out these tall waves, the big waves. Okay. De vez en cuando, mi hermano. De vez en cuando, once in a while. But again, if we were talking about one summer, yeah, every once in a while what does it say that we did? He rented a boat. Alquilaba, okay, alquilaba un barco. But you got to think about it. It was every year he occasionally rented a boat. Okay, so not just 1 year. If I just said, well, last summer we rented a boat 3 times. Okay, it's more specific. I know how many times I said it, and we rented, it's done, it's over with. But when he's talking here, he's talking about his brother, so it was every summer. They'd go down to the beach every day, and they would play, and then every once in a while, every summer, his brother would rent the boat. Okay, y nosotros esquiábamos. Muy bien, esquiábamos. Esquiábamos en el agua, because that was every time they rented the boat, they water skied. All right, next. Cada tarde, a eso de los tres. A eso de is like saying about, okay, or around. Yeah, you know, every afternoon. Again, you got the clue word that you got the imperfect going on here. Every afternoon, at about 3, or right around, a eso de, more or less. Our friends would arrive. Our friends arrived. And we formed a volleyball team. Okay. So this was something they did regularly. Whether it was every day, you know, it was close to every day. Like if I said every day last summer, I slept until 10:30. That's definitely not true for me, but maybe you guys did. But when you say every day I slept till 10:30, do you mean that absolutely every day? No, you mean, you know, like the majority. So again, imperfect. So every day at about 3, some friends arrived and we formed. So this is every day. This is something they did on a regular basis. They went to the beach every day. They played soccer every day with their friends. The next paragraph. El mismo equipo no ganaba siempre. Okay, so the same team didn't always win. Again, they're winning a lot. They're winning and playing a whole month. They're playing volleyball. So ganaba, jugaba. Okay. Oh, I forgot the last sentence. Si digo la verdad, jugábamos muy bien. If I had to tell the truth, we played really well. No, not trying to brag or anything. Okay, and then the last, let's see. El mismo equipo no ganaba siempre, pero lo importante es que nosotros lo pasábamos bien. What was more important, right? Winning or losing, yeah, you're in a league and it means a lot, but these guys are just playing pickup games, so it didn't matter who won or lost, as long as they just had a good time. Okay, as long as it went well. Okay, y tú, ¿pasabas los veranos en la playa or te quedabas en casa? Okay. So, and you, did you spend your summers on the beach or did you stay at home? Okay. Because how many of us have the opportunity to spend every day on the beach? Obviously, they traveled because they said they would. It was in the month of July, so maybe someone they knew went and spent time with a family member. Fairly lucky. I count that to be a nice vacation. Every day on the beach, not a bad deal. Okay. So, do we see why all this is? Okay. Some of the things, just slight variations, slight changes, would change them to the preterite. Okay, let's look at. Excuse me. Let's look at the reading on página. The reading on página 154. Página 154. Okay, so we'll have, let's go ahead and Jared read first. Let's just go in the order we have there. So Jared, Nehemiah, Vita, and Seed. Nobody else has joined us. Okay. So go ahead and start reading. Jared?
Where are we?
Página 154. La lectura, the reading. En página 154.
154?
Sí.
Versus unas fiestas hispanas.
Hispanas. Ajá.
El Día de los Muertos. Carmencita. Dávila.
Dávila.
¿Ah? Dávila.
Dávila.
Es,
Ajá.
es alumna en nuestra clase de español. Cuando ella era niña, vivía en México y asistía a la primaria en Guadalajara. Ella no quiere hablar que tiene de una fiesta mexicana que le gustaba mucho.
Muy bien, gracias. Ok, Nimaya.
Okay. Cuando yo era niña en México, me encantaban todas las
Festividades.
festividades que
Ajá.
tenían lugar para celebrar el Día de los Muertos, el 1 y el 2 de noviembre. Celebramos para rendirles honor
Honor.
y honor. Todos nuestros parientes difuntos.
Todos, no. A
Difuntos.
todos nuestros parientes difuntos. Muy bien. Ok, Vita.
Mi mamá y abuelita siempre tenían que hacer muchos preparativos. Confeccionaban calaveras y un tipo de bizcocho dulce en forma de caras de muertos. Elaboraban también el delicioso pan de los muertos, un pan dulce en forma de huesos y cráneos. Unos días antes de la fiesta íbamos al cementerio o camposanto donde limpiábamos y decorábamos con coronas de flores las tumbas de nuestros parientes difuntos. Durante las fiestas, las tumbas servían de altar.
Ya está. Muy bien. ¿Y sí?
Mamá y abuelita preparaban también lo que eran las comidas favoritas de difuntos.
¿Favoritas?
El 1 de noviembre la familia
¿Entera?
reunía y íbamos juntos al cementerio. Ocupamos las corderas, las coronas de flores, unas velas y la comida en las tumbas como una ofrenda. Algunos parientes llevan calcas, disfraz de madera en forma
Madera,
de escuditos. En
esqueletos. Ujú.
En el cementerio tenemos un gran picnic. Comimos
Picnic. Ajá.
con los difuntos.
Comíamos con los difuntos. What are difuntos? What are difuntos? The dead, the deceased. It's the more of the form. Muertos is dead, the dead. Los muertos is the dead. Los difuntos, the deceased, or are dearly departed, right? It's kind of more of a softer word. It's not as direct. You know what I'm saying? It's a loftier word. I don't know. Dead is dead, but yeah, we say, oh yeah, we give honor to, so this whole thing is what? Is honoring the deceased. What kind? So if we're looking at like the third paragraph, mi mamá y abuelita siempre tenían que hacer muchos preparativos. My mom and my grandma always had to do many preparations. Okay, it's a big deal. ¿Cuándo es el Día de los Muertos? ¿Cuándo es? When is it? ¿Cuándo es el Día de los Muertos? Okay. It's
On
close
a day
to
in the year.
a day in the year. What day? What did the reading say?
I have no clue.
I think it was, let's see. It was in Sydney's paragraph. So let's see, who said it?
El primero.
Oh, it's in el primero y el dos. Right? So it's really, it's not even just one. It's not even just one day. It's 2 days. Okay. So in the second paragraph it says, para celebrar el Día de los Muertos, el primero y el 2 de noviembre. So really close to coinciding with Halloween. And then what did they do on the first? So in Sydney's paragraph, el primero de noviembre, la familia entera, the entire, se reunía y íbamos juntos al cementerio. Okay. The 1st of November, the entire family met or reunited, and we went together to the cemetery. And so look at it. Look at that picture there on 155. It's a big thing. So what did they say? It's like, let's see. Okay, so in the end of Vita's paragraph, third paragraph. Durante las fiestas, las tumbas servían de altar. Okay, during the parties, the tombs served as an altar. It's almost like parent worship, or not parent, but relative worship. I mean, they're really honoring people who are dead. Most of the time in the United States, it's unless someone died tragically or too soon, the cemetery is usually kind of a lonely place. You don't see them full. You never see anything like what you see on page 155. That many people and that close. I mean, it's a big thing. It's a tradition, and it has some religious. Actually, they've kind of turned it into a whole religiosity, especially in Mexico. They have some really, really weird stuff. But skeletons, skulls, and bones. I mean, it's they call them the candy skulls, the sugar skulls. It's a big thing, especially in Mexico. I don't know if it said, but this reading is about the Mexican culture. But look at that! Look at all those flowers! Look at all those people! It's muy interesante. They have picnics on the graves. So whereas in the United States, the graves are kind of like made traditionally like a spooky and scary, and just you don't want to be there at night, and there's sad places. I mean, these people, this is a party spot. Es muy interesante. Okay, so if you have any questions, please bring them to class, but make sure your homework is all done. Everything looks good, right? I didn't do any mistakenly bad page numbers or anything, right?
I wouldn't know if I haven't even looked at the homework yet.
I know. I can't even ask you. You're so unreliable, Vita. Okay. But adios, clase. Rancho Cordova hasta mañana y El Grove hasta viernes. Hasta luego, clase.
Hasta luego. Are you gonna see you on Wednesday?
Sí,
Oh, yeah, okay, we are okay.
miércoles. Hasta miércoles. Okay, adios.
Adios.